Subjects on site. It's time. Initiate the Tzviet field test.
Sir.
Ooh, boy. They got extra gooped, those bad guys. Or no, they got zombie puppet-fied?
Aren't you all on the same team?
Team? Fool. There are no teams in deep ground.
This guy, I
Ground.
cannot believe what an edgelord he is.
My brother and I like to play.
Cool. Now mind moving aside.
Let's take a different tack.
Well, can't blame a girl for trying.
Let the games begin.
Oh boy, narrow, huh? Oh, what? He tracks hard, huh? Got it.
Still pushing.
My turn. Oh, actually, he got pressured easy, which probably means there's like a million phases in this fight, right? Let's see what's going on with this dude. A member of an elite unit within Deep Ground known as the Tzviets, also referred to as Nero the Sable. He is capable of manipulating darkness, a power born of corrupted energy, and uses it to consume anything that stands in his way. Unable to read. Oh wow, no tips for how to kill this guy? Oh, let's just... Wow, combo him for now. The dude is, eating it. Let's get that fighting spirit going, yeah? I've completely forgotten to level up weapons again, you know. Alright, let's back off. Now he's like... Oh! No, now he's in the sky. He's doing some, Devil Jin stuff, maybe? Not sure what he's doing. Anyway, I see. We're like doing... Yeah. Oh, he cast haste on himself. Oh, that's interesting. Anyway, I see. It's like... He's like, you know, you gotta use range attacks and sometimes like melee attacks. I see what's going on here. Okay. Okay. While he's pressured. Okay.
Abnormal readings detected. The control program's been compromised. Containment protocol.
He's too powerful. Oh, cool. That's kinda neat.
How dare you? How dare you stand in my way?
Okay. Oh no! Well, these scientists were kind of bad guys too, basically. Probably, but that's still a pretty awful way to go, I'd say.
Where were we?
Alright.
Don't know what this crap is, but it's definitely not.
Oh, sweeping darkness. Got it. Dark torrent. Oh, let's get out of the way of that. Chthonic surge. Ooh. Kind of like how Sephiroth had all those really dumb moves. What was it, like Aeolian slice or whatever the heck it was. Ooh. Oh, that's big damage. You love to see it. Once again, he's just in like eat shit phase, so can't say this guy's exactly terrifying me. All right, well, that fun's over. Ooh, that's not good. That's a command grab for sure. Got it. Oh, we should like. Oh wow, yeah, we should definitely get our heals up. Let's not wait for him to like do a prayer because chaotic pulsar. Oh, let's. Oh, fighting talents! Oh, let's get out of the way of that, and let's have Sonon drop another heal, this time on himself. And myself, we're just gonna Art of War this guy. Alright, we got a little broken out of that. Oh, dude does not like lightning falling on him, so that's good. And he's almost staggered, too. Let's see if we can... Yeah, there we go. Alright. Okay, keep it up. Sonon with the... Oh, we got a summon filling up again! So many boss fights. Nice. Yeah. Now do you give up?
This is bad.
Great. Let's get out of here.
Okay, back in the experiment room. Which... it's a good, decent arena. Spatial shift, huh? Ooh. No, I keep hitting that button. I need to... Whale of Woe. That's probably an AoE, yeah? Okay. Well... Let's call in some backup while we're doing this and about to get gooped by his darkness. Tentacles.
This is the third time today, young lady. I'm getting tired in my advanced age. Oh, what the heck. Here we go again.
Dark ferocity. Right. Whoa, what's happening with my health there? You see that right there? My health is dropping like crazy. That kind of look... Yeah, same with the... Wow. You know what that reminds me of? There's a... I think Final Fantasy V has it? I don't know if other Final Fantasies has it, because I only ever remember how awful it is in 5. There's like a status effect that really doesn't get highlighted, that's just like your HP just runs out. And it's kind of awful. Let those pulsars go. Okay. Okay. Oh, he got Sonon command grab. Oh, and we can't even style while he's doing this sucky move. Okay. Oh my god, Sonon! Dark matter. This was a very bad moment for this to come out, because Sonon just got really, really hurt. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, this health situation is not great, but now we got him pressured at least, so let's not use any of our abilities. Let's just really laser focus on health right now. Oh, we lost his stats so quick. Not good. Let's hope we can get like some sense into this, like this runs out in a minute maybe? Or maybe just Ramuh kills this guy, let's hope for that. Die, you! Oh, boy. Well, dark matter's over. That's good. How do you like this? Screw your pulsars. Just in case, drop that on. So, alright. Ooh, he's pressured. Which means now it's time to really open up. At least this guy, when he gets pressured, he, like, eats it. Just... Okay. He got launched outside the arena. That's very funny. Now let's back off.
Holding back.
Oh, now he's fighting for reals, apparently. Ooh, that's a big slicey slice. Yeah, I got a bit crunk there. Maybe high potion will be enough? Yeah, it's alright. Oh, weakness. What? Why is he all of a sudden weak? I don't know, but let's... Oops, I got Chthonic surged. Sonon! Oh, he's got it. He can hit his wings now. You see that? Abyssal wings were available to be smacked. But we'll just let... Yeah, there we go. Oh, the wings must be weak against my melee or something. Which is why... Getting that work in there. Anyway, this should... give him something to think about. Oh, yeah. Oh, I meant to attack Nero himself, but that's fine. Hurt me more, Snake.
Gotta tell me twice.
Oh, that's awesome. That was a sick combo.
Did we?
We did.
There's no way he survived that, I think.
Don't want to spoil the moment, but we should probably get going.
But I'm so tired.
I can carry you.
You win. Sheesh.
Okie dokie. Them acting this goofy after this Mega Edgelord guy fight? Really? Okay. That's about what that guy deserved. Anyway, yeah, this looks a bit bad. Oh no!
Sonon?
Oh, wow. Oh my god. Sasuke!
No way.
Please.
Ooh! 2 to the rib. That's not great.
Yuffie. You gotta keep going. For us.
No. Stop it.
Yeah, this is actually pretty rough.
Sonon.
Ignoring what a joke that guy was, but, like, this is... Damn. Ah. He was just a guy who showed up for this side story, but... This really sucks. Aw, jeez, this is so sad. Are you kidding me? Oh, he can't bite into it anymore. Did I see correctly? Was his tooth a little chipped there, even? Oh, no. No, it just might be blood, actually. Never mind. Damn, man. Oh. Surprise hit in the fields. Really, the guy wasn't, you know. Ooh. Should we, like, do something about that? Nah.
I'm not a kid!
It's over our pay grade. I'm just gonna keep standing here.
Not your sister!
Yeah, that was, like, Sonon for his, like, you know, redemption's sake. He, like, did that, but Yuffie doesn't want to be, right. That's some deep stuff going there, honestly. And this is... wow, okay. Yeah.
This is just wrong.
Oof. Chocobos? It is a chocobo! Alright. Why is the chocobo making horse noises? What?
Don't think I can do this alone. The amazing Yuffie wants you. Join her team and the sky's the limit.
Huh. Okay, wow, alright. Actually, I wasn't ready for it to end today, but that was the end of the intermission, which means we're done with the remake entirely. Alright, thank you. Ooh, Sean Chiplock was Nero this whole time? Michael McConaughey was Chocobo Bill. Did Chocobo Bill show up there? I must have missed... oh. I didn't have a chance to read all the credits, but, oh man. Good shit there. Anyway, this is fun, seeing where these
Jared?
everybody
Are
is.
you really walking the whole way?
Yep.
Column's still pretty far, though,
At
isn't
least it ain't stairs.
Another full day, give or take.
Question. When my mom says a full day, she means from the time you get up in the morning till the time you go to bed. But for me, it means from the time you get up in the morning all the way through till the time you get up the next morning.
Oh, jeez.
So, which is it for you?
Good quandary, yeah.
Gotta go with Elmira on that one.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
That's a relief.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it, though?
Cloud, bet you've had to hoof it from sun up to sundown tons of times. This is all just same
Oh,
old
this
same
music,
old, right?
so good.
Right. But even so, we're all gonna need to stop and rest. Especially you.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, marching into the unknown ain't easy. But don't worry, because I'm here to lead the way.
This is the one song I learned to sort of kind of play on guitar
Of course it is.
years ago. So this is fun to hear it play here. Not this
All right,
good, for
everyone,
sure.
Let's stop here for a minute. Leader's orders. Now breathe in that fresh air.
Oh,
Actually, scratch that.
still too close.
Save it for later.
Still too close to Midgar.
Close to Midgar.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Guess this is goodbye, City of Mako.
Oh, cool. Ah, and that's like a real, like, because the game opened with the eagle flying, so that's like a real book ends moment. That's a cool. Oh, we're not even done. Now we're at that... We're apparently in that super early Beyond Good and Evil 2 trailer now.
This?
Like, Jade and Paige are sitting on the other side of the road. Oh, this is cute.
No way! A car!
Well, that'll work too. Kind of. It'll also get you killed one day. Adorable. Well, I'm glad I played this DLC now. I would have missed this cutscene.
Sorry about that.
No need to apologize, man.
Oh, that is Michael McConaughey. There's Chocobo Bill. Awesome. Oh, they called him in just for that one line? Oh, maybe not. We're still not done. Oh, never mind. There goes Chocobo Bill. Thanks, Michael McConaughey.
Look at that. Where's a roof when you need one?
Gonna be okay?
Should be, but weird. My stomach's in knots.
That's its way of telling you it's hungry. Let's move.
You know, I never thought about what the village of Calm looks like from afar. So weird, like medieval castle walls around it. Oh. Now we're back here. Oh, right, this... What the heck?
It's been a while, huh?
Oh my god. Long time no see! Long time no see.
Listen.
Hey.
I'm so sorry to all the people who haven't played the original game right now. This must be so confusing, this scene right here.
I'm back! Aerith?
Yeah, huh? Wow, so it really was only the two... Okay. A new foe has been added to the combat simulator in the Shinra building. He can be fought by choosing Chapter 17 in the main story via chapter selection once you have completed the game. Oh, it's the other edgelord! You get to fight Vice the Immaculate. Oh, cool. Also, new challenges in Chapter 2, huh? Alright. Well, that's groovy, I guess. Yeah, wow. I know, DLCs are just DLCs, so I guess I shouldn't be shocked, but I thought we might go a little bit longer. That's fine, actually. There was a tight story. I appreciate it all. You cannot leave the main menu at this time. You can replay any chapter from the beginning by accessing chapter selection via the main menu. And be advised that if you return to the title screen without first saving your game data, you'll be unable to... Yeah, I saved it already. I'm good. I'm good, thank you. Okay, well, right. I'll give a really quick review of the DLC. A really, really quick one, because I just kind of want to move on already. And after that, I'll do another spoiler talk, because, like I mentioned, I've watched the trailer for Rebirth, the at the time of this recording, latest trailer, which was... came out in like June or end of May-ish. It was the Summer Games Fest one, right? Yeah, okay. So, but first, like, again, non-spoilery stuff for everybody, and then we'll talk a little bit more spoilers here. The thing here is that, about this DLC, I really enjoyed that, actually. It's another case of a DLC where the exception proves the rule. I'm not usually huge on DLC, but this one was so good. I'm just like, oh man, I kind of would have liked more, like more of a bigger, proper game. After how like enjoyable that was, but no, I did like it. Gameplay wise, okay. How should I do this order? Well, presentation-wise, it's the same as the base game, so nothing really crazy there. All the new music was pretty fantastic, with the exception of that edgelord Nero at the end was. Because I don't know, it was. I get it. He was supposed to be mega edgy, but like it just wasn't very interesting. That music playing there, fighting him. Really didn't do anything for me. But apart from that, like the remixes of Yuffie's theme for the combat, that jazzy music while chasing Gigi, yeah, really good stuff. Gameplay, Yuffie was super fun to play as, and it's gonna be a shame because I imagine they're gonna have to tone her down when she joins the party in Rebirth. Like, she was a great, like, solo character to play as. Sonon as a support character was pretty fun. I feel like I didn't unlock his full potential as I played with the two of them, but hey, it was fun, it was enjoyable. That timed block for regen was really fun. The mixing it up with elements was crazy cool. Yeah, great stuff. Amazing amount of content, given that they had like the Chase for the Turtles Paradise flyers and then the Fort Condor board game. That's kind of nuts that all of that is in here. Great stuff. Story-wise, yeah, good too. They really got me with Sonon there at the end. Like, I feel a lot better about them having to come up with like new original content for the parts 2 and 3 now, because this one was definitely above a lot of the like new like content made up for the base game. Like, this was a really solid story. Sonon worked really great as a foil for Yuffie and as a new character, and a whole, yeah, I don't know, it really good. The two edgelords, Vice and Nero, I wasn't feeling. Are those guys from like some side story, like spin-off? If they were completely new characters, I'm like, ooh, better like take another shot at those two, I think, because I was just laughing at that guy. I was not feeling. Sephiroth, I was like, oh my god, when we were fighting him. And I know who Sephiroth is, but still, I was like, oh my god. This guy, I feel, was kind of supposed to have the same energy of like, oh my god, you gotta fight this guy. But I'm just like, what a fucking Sasuke idiot here. The other guy seemed also just as ridiculous. Was he supposed to be... Is Chadley and him connected? Because, like, his, like... They digitized him in front of Chadley, and they both have white hair. Like, is Chadley, like, some kind of, like, clone of Vice or something? I who the hell knows? But, yeah. But yeah, and also, the story, I think that was actually a pretty good, given how little time they had to do it all, I think it worked out fine as, like, a little character arc for Yuffie. She's kind of a foil for Barrett, because she's also been hurt by Shinra, but she's super focused on, like, just the Wutai side of things, whereas Barrett is super focused on, like, the downtrodden of Midgar. And the character arc is a little bit of her, like, kind of, warming up and understanding that she's fighting for more than just her hometown. Like, everyone is suffering. Like, her personal grievances are justified, but everyone is suffering under Shinra, and she should, like, appreciate, you know, everybody. And it comes to fruition with her, like, falling, you know, apart there at the end with Sector 7 falling. I think it was, like, the development wasn't all there. It could have, like, you could have, like, done more work on that front, but like I said, that's just the brevity of the DLC forcing it to be like that. So, So yeah, pretty happy with that. Should I say something before I jump into spoiler sides? I guess I promised I'd try to, like, get my thoughts about remakes, especially because the remake train is, like, now ramping up for video games, right? At the time of recording, the Nintendo Direct has just come out today, as I'm recording this, with bombshell Super Mario RPG remake announced, as well as, I think it's a proper remake, Star Ocean 2. Both of those I was like, when my friend Jonathan texted me, I was like, holy shit. And then I watched it and I was like, And apart from that, blah, 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 blah. Holy moly, what the heck was it? Right, like I've heard like scuttlebutt about certain remakes on the Final Fantasy side and other series, so it's remake mania is there. So I'll try to like sum up my thoughts because remakes outside of remakes have been in video games, and I feel like not to this density, but there's been in the past, and back like 20 years ago, everybody was chomping at the bit for like Resident Evil remakes and the Final Fantasy VII remake. It seems so funny now to think that, Final Fantasy VII was only like 7 or 8 years old, and I felt like people were like, oh, it'd be awesome if that got remade. Such a short time since the game got like original came out at that point, so it's just so silly. But no, if you told me 8 years ago, if you told me 20 years ago, annoying preteen me, that like there would be a time, a day when there would be a remake of Resident Evil 2 and a remake of Resident Evil 3 and a remake of Final Fantasy VII, and they'd all be kick-ass, I wouldn't believe you. I don't think. I don't know. I'd just be like, man, what the heck? No way. That's ridiculous. That's too good to be true. Because I think that would have been around the time I got burned by Resident Evil 2 being ported on the GameCube. The first Resident Evil got remade on the GameCube, and it was fantastic. I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool. And then they announced Resident Evil 2 also on GameCube, and of course I was like, oh my god, the best installment in Resident Evil is gonna look just as fantastic as the remake of the original. And then it was just a port of Resident Evil 2, so I got pretty burned hard there. So that's why I think back then I'd be like, no way, it's gonna be even more awesome than I imagine the remake. So, But here's the thing, like, okay, I don't object to the concept of a remake, like, in a general terms, like, because there's people with the view, and I'm not saying it's not a valid view, but like, I don't share it, like, entirely, is, like, a lot of people will roll their eyes and be like, why is a remake being made of this and this property? Video games, movies, whatever. I get it. I used to be, as a younger person, I was like, man, remaking doesn't change the original in any way, so what's the problem? And now I feel like even more amplified, rather than me becoming more jaded and like agreeing. I guess I can see the point better, but like honestly, I feel like, okay, this is a weird like comparison, but I was thinking of like stage plays, like adaptations of stage plays, there are like centuries old stage theater productions, Shakespeare, like maybe even older. You want to bring some classical Greek stuff or Roman stuff. I think there's like surviving stuff like that. I think, people will make their own stage productions of these ancient classics, old classics, and I don't think anybody. No one really objects to those in the sense of, like, no one objects to, like, you shouldn't do this production, right? I think it's just, like, a nice opportunity to see, like, what is the spin that this new, like, theater group is gonna put on the, this classic work. And, like sometimes they'll change it up, the adaptation, they'll, like, really change up the script and do their own, like, really, like, own take on it, and other groups will play it according to the script, and I think people generally are like interested. I don't know, I'm not huge in theater scene, so if I have the wrong read and people do object to like these kinds of like works, then let me know in the comments. But like, I don't know, I just had this like epiphany. Like, I feel like a remake of a movie or a video game is something similar. It's like people who like this classic work are like, I want to do my take on it. I wanna like put together a group, and I wanna like try to like, you know, realize this classic story the way we would do it, right? And in that light, I can't really like say it's a problem. The general concept of making remakes of something just doesn't seem like a problem to me. That seems fun to like be like, well, how would you go about doing this? And obviously, like you know, they might do a bad job individually, like, or in a subjective sense, like it might be a very bad take on a classic story, or they might have problems. Like I've been saying, like as we played through this FF7 remake, I was going like, oh, I like this better in the original on the PlayStation. I think this scene was done better, and like, you know, I think I would have preferred it to be done. Like, I wish there was less Sephiroth. I wish this scene had more gravitas. I wish this was done differently, like in the original. But also, like, on a level, I could find appreciation on them, like, taking different tacts. Like the big scene where Barrett confronts President Shinra, which, that scene, like I said, I think it works better in the way it's presented in the PlayStation original, but I really liked the, I really liked the alternate alternate opportunities being provided by this alternate scene in this remake. Like, even if I didn't like it as much as the original, I like that exists, if you will. So in that light, and also I will say, of course, big companies, big businesses, I understand that a lot of these people, the higher-ups, are like leaning on our nostalgia when these remakes are made. That's what they're banking on. I understand that. There's cold capitalist calculation going on in the background as well. But, you know, I don't also doubt that there aren't people who actually do, like, in the people working on these remakes, I don't, like, doubt that there are you know, people who are actually motivated to try and do, like I said, their own stage play adaptation, if you will. And I also, I can understand the view that there's a limited amount of time and budget that companies, you know, production crews have. So I understand the frustration of somebody who's like, I wish more original stories were told rather than these safe retreads of like remakes. I understand and like sympathize. I'm not gonna like say you can't feel that way. I have very limited time and money myself to like experience everything, so I guess I understand to some extent. I'm also like, man, what do I do now? Do I like play this safe classic, or do I try some like crazy new thing? Yeah. I guess all I'm saying is, like, all the, like, criticism that I can hear for remakes is valid. It has its, like, valid sides to it, for sure. But I cannot object to them existing on principle. I look forward to... I think in this day and age, like, when I have a more analytical take myself nowadays, I look forward to just being like, okay, show me what you're gonna do and what you're gonna shake up, right? Yeah? That's my final thesis on the subject of these remakes myself, and it means, you know, I'll be open whenever they slap these down, yeah? Yeah. I hope everybody at home can also find it in themselves to give a, you know, moment for some of these works, yeah? Okay, but now I'm going to go back to spoilers again. We're going to have a quick little spoiler talk here at the end. So, once again, if you are experiencing Final Fantasy VII for the first time, wow, I'm so glad you were here. Please look forward to Part 2, Rebirth. It's not going to be on my channel for a good long while, because, once again, it's got a console-timed exclusivity before it ever shows up on PlayStation. Shows up on PC, so I don't know when I'm going to be doing it. Oh, but if you guys have the means to experience it, yeah, probably worth it. Go right ahead. But thank you for now, and see you all whatever's coming up in the future. Yeah? Yeah. But now, quick spoiler talkies, shall we? Okay, so I did some reading up on what the hell was going on with, like, Sephiroth in the main game. And first of all, I didn't actually exactly pick up that this is not supposed to be the Sephiroth from the same time that... Like, it's not from this timeline, this Sephiroth. Apparently, like, it's not, like, set in stone, but the general gist is, the feeling among people is that this is Sephiroth from the end of Advent Children. He somehow vanishes and reappears back in time to torment Cloud, and that explains why he's showing up so much. Okay. I also didn't get that apparently Aerith knows what's gonna happen. Right? I like, apparently, you know, she's like, she has like some kind of precognition going on. And, okay, now that I looked it up, I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense, actually. Which is why the ghosts, the whispers, are bothering her to begin with, because she has the power to affect destiny by knowing what's supposed to happen, right? And there was a crazy explanation for that, too, that I never thought about, and I was like, wow, that's so cool. Remind yourself that the Final Fantasy VII begins with that face drifting through the live stream, and then Aerith's face appears on the screen as she's looking at that, like, Mako fountain in Midgar. And remind yourself that at the end of the game, the last shot before credits is our bookend to Aerith again glaring at the live stream. You remember, everybody, that, right? I always thought, up until this point, I always thought that that was just like a visual representation of Aerith, like, in the live stream, like, kind of looking upon us during the final hours of Final Fantasy VII. Like, she's in the afterlife, but she's, like, you know, there in spirit with everybody else as she... And you know, I assume that she was behind the live stream, coming up to help Holy stop Meteor, right? Well, you could also interpret that as the beginning of the game, and Aerith has been watching the events unfold of the game, and that's how she learns about the timeline happening. So, like, beginning of PlayStation Final Fantasy VII, the game's events happen. Ending of PlayStation Final Fantasy VII, that's the Aerith here at the start of the remake, seeing the vision of what happens in the PlayStation game, and then, like, the events of the remake start to happen. And that blew my mind, like, because that fits, right? Like in terms of presentation and timeline, that, like, fits. So it's, like, crazy that, like, wow, okay, that makes sense, huh? That all said, I'm, like, they're going for something really crazy with timelines here. Like, again, Zack being alive and being present is paradoxical, because if he was there helping out Cloud, Cloud wouldn't, like, end up being, like, amnesiac and then, like, you know, assuming Zack's memories and, like, you know, everything like that happening. And, you know, Zack probably would have looked up Aerith earlier, right? So it's like, what the heck is going on? But you know, the new trailer at Summer Games Fest clearly shows that they're going even crazier with this timeline stuff than you could have even, like, predicted earlier, because the opening of that trailer shows, like, I think it's supposed to be the team, but they're dead. Like, you know, they're carting them away on stretchers, Barret and Red and Aerith. And I think that's supposed to be, like, yet another weird alternate timeline where they died trying to escape from Midgar, I think is the interpretation. Which means I don't know what's the crazy shenanigans are gonna be. You know what's super funny is I saw people online explain, like people trying to explain what the hell is going on in that scene. And one theory that people floated who are against, like, there is a faction of, like, no timeline shenanigans. They're like, you know what's going on there? Those are crisis actors. Those are Shinra crisis actors hired to like, set it up that Avalanche died. And at first I, like, snorted, and I was like, get out of here. That's so stupid. What a stupid explanation. What a silly explanation that there's crisis actors pretending to be, like, Cloud's crew. That's so ridiculous. But here's the thing. There is precedent for that in the PlayStation game. Remember when you go to Nibelheim and, you know, Nibelheim is back to normal as if Sephiroth never burned it down and there's, like, people there? And I've never found this, but apparently you can eventually find a document, I think on, like, disc 2 or 3, you can go there and find a document that explains what's going on, is that they're all Shinra crisis actors that Shinra hired to, like, pretend that everything is fine in the... in Nibelheim, like, nothing ever happened there. So, yeah, I guess I can't discount the crisis actor theory now for that trailer, not until we get the base game, or the actual Rebirth. That's so funny. No, but yeah, okay, so I'm a little apprehensive about the sequel now, because, okay, this postmodern Metal Gear Solid 2-ish, like, messing around with the concept of, like, remake and sequel, and, like, you know, messing around with, like, let's actually change events. That's interesting, and I'd like to see what happens, but, but I'm a little worried again that are they gonna able to come up with meaningful original content if they completely go off the rails? I'm feeling a little better after playing the DLC now, as I mentioned. Like, there were cool bosses, there were cool story bits, even the original party member, Sonon, was cool, so, you know, I feel a little better, but... But here's the thing, and this might make me sound like a hypocrite, because I was just earlier, I had my big remake spiel, where I tried to understand my feelings in remakes, and I'm like, I look forward to any, like, these remakes. I don't oppose to them on principle. I do feel like I would be more interested in seeing them shoot for the moon and, like, really change the events, since we're operating with, you know, timelines are being messed with and people who are supposed to be dead are alive, and Aerith knows about the events, which means that she can enact change from the original events, right? I would like to see them go crazy with that concept, but the trailer and what they've said is, it seems like we're still gonna stick to following the script of the original game pretty much, and, you know, just, like, only changing it up in, like, little ways, like they changed it up for this remake. And it's funny. And that's how I would have preferred it to go, but now that they were, like, willing to go for this crazy timeline, changed fate stuff, now I'm like, I kind of wish you didn't go for that. And I feel like no matter what, they would have been in trouble, right? Square Enix, in making the Rebirth, right? They could have done two things they could have done is either go crazy, like have it not even follow the events of the original game anymore, and, like, go completely original, like, you know, you go like you know, Cloud and crew sets off to kill Sephiroth super early or whatever. That would make people upset for sure, who are looking forward to seeing all the classic moments of the FF7 PlayStation game being realized in high-def modern graphics and everything. So, it looks like they're doing what they're now doing, which is, like, just, like, kind of follow the events closely, follow the original story, you know, go through the scenes and, like, have them happen, but then now you get to relive them in amazing new modern gameplay and graphics and everything and presentation. And that'll be sure to make people happy who wanted that. But then I think I'm not the only person who's gonna feel like there's some wasted potential there in not playing around more, since the opportunity is there. And, like, you know, I'm gonna feel like downright, like, you know, it's gonna take me out of the story a little bit if Aerith knows what's supposed to happen, but she doesn't let them on, and or even weirder, like she explains what happens in the original PlayStation Final Fantasy VII, and yet they still go through all the motions of the original game, that's gonna feel a little unrealistic and manufactured, and is gonna take me out of the story just a little bit. Like, I'm gonna be like, oh, it's so cool we're in Junon. Oh, it's so cool we're fighting Bottomswell. Oh, it's so cool the Midgar Zalem is here. It's so cool we're going to this place, Gold Saucer, racing chocobos with crazy, you know. I'm gonna be in those moments, I'm gonna be like, oh, this is amazing. But then in the between, I'm gonna be like, yeah, but why isn't anyone doing anything to, like, you know, change fate? Since, you know, fate is now open and not set in stone, you know? But I do admit that I might be a little bit in the minority in feeling like that. And like I said, I'm gonna get those, like, nostalgic bumps of, oh, yeah, this spot, oh, man, when we, like, get to all those scenes. So, and I think most people, that's what most people are gonna be looking forward to. So I think they're doing the right thing in doing the rebirth the way they seem to be. Ultimately, this is all speculation, and we're just gonna have to see what it's like when the game releases, but, you know. And hey, you know, they're throwing a bone my way, because they're showing, you know, in the trailer they already had, like, Tifa confronting Aerith about the fact that Cloud wasn't there in Nibelheim, which is, you know, what she imagines at this point of the narrative story, right? So they're at least implying that Tifa is going to force a confrontation about how Cloud's story, Cloud's flashback, does not match her own memories, right? So, you know, something juicy might follow up out of that, and it's going to be fun to see. But the implications are also that we're still going to go through a lot of the stuff, so, yeah. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, so, like, to be clear, oh man, this was great, this remake, and glad I could finally play it and experience it to all its glory. So I am very, very excited to see what happens with the rebirth. I'm not gonna have a bad time. That sounds weird, but, like, even if, like, I feel like it's not as good as this first part, or if I feel like it's inferior, or if I even straight up, if I feel like it's a bad game for some reason, which I hope not, I don't think I'm gonna have a bad time. It's gonna be interesting to experience it. Yeah. Should be cool. Okay, but I've gone on long enough. Oh man, I had a lot to think. You know, Final Fantasy VII is near and dear to my heart. First Final Fantasy I ever played, really soaked it in back in the day. I know a lot about it. You know, I don't even feel like I'm being super Dunning-Krugered here, although I'll admit I never have done, like, all of the content in. I've never 100%ed Final Fantasy VII, but I've watched, like, a lot of, like, even the missing stuff. So, you know, so it's like this does matter to me, this remake and this series, 7 in particular. So I'm happy. I'm happy with this stuff, and I'm happy to be looking forward to what's going to be coming out. I hope everyone at home is too. But now we're going to have to close this chapter. For now, someday it'll be on the PC, and I will be there to play it. I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly confident, and I hope you guys will be there too that day. A triumphant note. Thank you, music. Perfectly timed. Thank you, Nobuo. Oh man, also thank you to all the others. Like, I really, like, oversold how important Nobuo is to the remake soundtrack. And, you know, I don't think you can oversell Mr. Uematsu. Man, what a fantastic man. But there were so many people so many composers, when I looked it up, who, like, worked on, like, arranging Mr. Uematsu's music. There are tons of them, not just Keiki Kobayashi, but, like, so many people who were instrumental. And I'm, like, really sorry that I shortchanged all you good composers. So thank you for making this great soundtrack, you folks. It's beautiful. So much, such a good rendition of the original soundtrack. Beautiful. I'm really not gonna stop this, or I'll just keep on going. Thanks so much. Hope you guys look forward to the future whenever Rebirth drops on my channel. I hope whatever follows up this remake on my channel can at least entertain you. Even I don't believe it's gonna be as amazing as this playthrough was, but I hope it's still good, and I hope you guys look forward to it. But I've been Minsk. This has been The Real Shit, and it's been great. Catch you all in the future. Bye!